Hello. We are back with Elysian Road, going into our last part here. So, I think what we do is we pick up back with Dylan after that
Hey.
cliffhanger. We see Dylan. So, Dylan, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Um, I don't know, like, if does she have to, like, talk to anyone on the way into Evangelia? Or does she just walk in?
I think we can probably like just montage that whole thing because they're not gonna like not let
Okay.
you in. So,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Also,
so
we
she's,
can't stop you because the doors is straight.
yeah.
Yeah. It's also a thing.
Yeah,
They
so
have some people working on. I think we see some of the people like working on the door trying to like get it fixed, but they haven't done it yet. So,
yeah. So she's headed towards the house that she used to live in here, which I don't know exactly where that would be, but
I mean, yeah,
probably not too far from the gate since they all live
Mm-hmm.
in one area.
Yeah, so we just see Dylan making her way downtown, walking fast, as you do.
Yeah.
She's homebound.
And yeah, so you want to go to your house.
Yeah.
So you're trying to find Gregor? Is that what you're doing?
No. I'm
You
just
want
trying
go
to
your
find the house.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So we see you walk up to the house that your old house.
Okay. Do I have to make a roll to have my old bike still be outside?
Let's make a luck check. Luck save.
Okay, cool.
That's what that's for.
Are you feeling lucky, kid?
No.
Nice.
It looks like you are. All right, yeah.
Yay! Cool.
Your old like regular bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super like rusty
Yeah.
and everything.
It's definitely very
And-
rusty and it hasn't been used in forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, your dad
Yeah.
just like left it in the backyard. Yeah.
Yeah, so she just kind of I'm assuming it was like chained
Yeah.
up.
Mhm.
Just no one's touched it.
Yeah.
So she just kind of like breaks the chain off of it because she doesn't have the key for it anymore.
Sure. I mean, it just breaks really easily because it's very rusty. So.
Yeah. And she
Break rusty chains.
she takes the her compad out of her bag. She what's the word for it? She backs all of her stuff up into her own like file and she erases everything on it and she just sets it like under the door on the
So
step.
you probably manually backed it up back on the ship. It's probably what you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And then she hops on her bike and starts to make her way towards the game store.
Okay, so you left the compad at your house? So you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just like on the kitchen table or something?
Well, I figured that the door wasn't like unlocked, so she just kind of put it on the doorstep.
Right. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah. So we see you ride your bike. Make a work check make an exert check. That's what it would be. Make an exert check to see how well you do this. I mean, it's not a very like in good condition bike.
Yeah.
So
She hasn't ridden a bike in a long time. Would that be with strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, no
Yay.
problem. Yep. You grind away some of the rust on the gears and then it starts working again. And yeah, so you see you ride your bike through the streets of Evangelia. And you end up at this abandoned store that, I mean, hasn't been touched in forever now. So, yeah.
Literally forever.
There's just like tape over it or something, right? Like a sign over it that just says like abandoned or like, to keep out. Sort
Closed
of thing,
for
right?
business.
Yeah, closed for business.
Indefinitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, is the door locked or?
It's locked, yeah, but like.
Okay.
So, I mean, you probably have like a way that you could get in if you wanted to.
Probably nothing. No sort of lock that would stop a delinquent like yourself from getting.
I mean,
Exactly.
honestly, I think she wouldn't have kept the key for her old bike, but she probably, for like sentimental reasons, would have kept the key that she had when she worked here.
Sure, yeah.
So she just like fishes it out of her backpack. It's like also kind of rusted and like it hasn't been used in forever, but she sticks it in the lock and opens the door.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the door seems to protest at being opened when it's been sleeping for so very, very long.
No more opening.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was done with this. Yeah, and then you open, and you see a very, very dusty store with mostly abandoned shelves and like a little counter with a cash register, and
Cool. So can I make a roll to see if there's any games left behind that I can take?
So what is your exact intent? What kind of game are you looking for, or are you just looking for any kind of game?
I mean, she's hoping that there's like another copy of Evercraze, or like an older like version of Evercraze, like one that she would have practiced on, or games like that.
I mean, you probably took all those is the thing, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see if there's something similar. Yeah, go ahead and roll notice. Is that what that is? I don't remember what these skills do. Yeah, probably notice.
Okay. What attribute would that be?
Wisdom.
Okay. E.
Yeah. So I think what you find a couple of interesting games. And by that I mean you find let's see. I think you find 5 interesting games that in a wide range of things that might be useful. So you find one that's like a tower defense game. You find one that is
Bloons Tower Defense 7000.
Yeah, exactly. You find one that is a first-person shooter. That is I think it's like stylized as like a space station horror game where you're like supposed to be like shooting a bunch of like aliens that are like jumping out at you. This first-person shooter. Yeah, something like that, right? Prey 9000 or whatever. And then you see there's a game that's like it's like a really complicated like puzzle game. That's like supposedly like it's like really difficult over time. It ramps up and there's like more of the last levels are like seemingly impossible. Like that's what it says on like the back, right? Like the last levels are like almost impossible to beat. You know, try your skill. And let's see how many that was 3. You find one that's like a like Mortal Kombat style fighter game, like punching, kicking, that sort of thing. And then the last one you find is it's basically you find an entire set of like old like rock band like gear, like that sort of thing, right? Like where it's like a bunch of like these like fake instruments that can hook up to this console and you can play like songs and things.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's the stuff that's left over.
Yeah, so she shoves all of them in her bag.
Yeah, I mean, so getting the like drum set out of here is gonna be the bigger challenge if you want to take that. You could like take it down and like try to put it in a big duffel bag or something.
Figures Space Rock Band didn't sell well.
No.
She probably like.
It's called Spock Band. Come on, it's a space joke. Cause Spock. No. Come on, that was funny.
Yeah, I'm going.
I am home.
That's good.
At home, wallowing in the filth of one's own puns.
Yep.
Yeah, she probably takes. She like looks at the set of instruments for a second, and she's like, "That'd be great," but like, she doesn't know if she really wants to have a little girl like pounding on a like a virtual like video game drum set in her room. So she's like, maybe not. She's like, as awesome as it would be to have like a space rock star roommate.
How about no?
Yeah.
Sprockstar roommate.
How dare you, Josh?
Notice
yeah, she
the R. The R.
She puts all the other stuff in her bag, and kind of like looks around the room for a second. She's like, "There's a significantly thicker layer of dust than the last time I remember being here."
No one's been in here at all. You know.
Yeah. And I think she just kind of stands there for a second, and then she walks out.
Yeah. And I think the next scene we get, is we see Ode. Where's Ode on the ship right now? What's he doing?
Good question. I think he's sitting on his bed in the room again, and he's got his eyes closed, and he's like, looks like he's mentally exerting himself, and he's trying to like figure out what the voices he heard was, or get them to happen again, or get a vision to happen, or do something.
So you're in your guys' room right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So yeah, I think what happens is, like, I think what happens is you get startled. So you're trying to meditate, right? You're trying to focus here, and we see Ode. You're not doing a very good job of it, because you're thinking about all these sorts of other things, like you're being distracted. Yeah, exactly. But then we hear someone is at the door, and like you just flip out, like you're just like, oh my gosh, what? And you like bang your hand against the wall.
Okay.
And as we see your skin like connect with the wall, that's when it triggers.
Okay.
And yeah, I think what you get is, so Dylan, what was the most from the times that you were in your room, what was the most significant Bible story to you that you read in there?
Man, hot seat.
Like what stayed with Dylan the most?
You got as far as what? Joshua?
Well, so that,
yeah.
But some of that was in the other room, right? Because you moved.
Oh, yeah.
So something Genesis or Exodus, probably.
Yeah.
Is it Leviticus 12?
Killing Abel.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, actually, it's probably Cain killing Abel.
Sure. So I think what we see, we get a brief flashback, to Dylan like reading this, right? So we see her with her little tablet, like flipping through these chapters in Genesis, and she's reading the story of Cain and Abel, and we see her like kind of like set down the tablet and like put her hands on her knees like this, right? And just like lean back. Whoop! I knocked my mic back. Lean back against the wall.
That.
We see her lean back against the wall and kind of like against, kind of like, just like, not traumatized isn't the word, but like, just kind of, yeah, unsettled by what she just read. And we see her kind of like lean back and like put her head like to the wall, and it's the same spot that you are now touching. And what we see from Ode is you just get, I think, Dylan, what were you thinking in that moment? What were your thoughts like? Right, as you're thinking about the idea of Cain killing Abel and like the God's judgment on Cain and like this whole thing, right? Like, what were you thinking about in terms of like your own life and all that stuff?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is just like crap.
So I think what
but
happened,
like she hasn't like read enough of this and like been convinced of this yet, so she's kind of like I don't know whether to like consider this significant or like not like not take this into account at all, or like what do I do with this information?
So you hear Ode just in your mind. Crap. What am I going to do with this? If this is true? And then it just fades. It's just like, that's just all you hear in your mind.
Yeah. That's after the vision fades, right?
So that's not a vision that you got. That was for the audience's sake.
Flashback.
All you hear is that phrase.
Yeah, well, I guess I'm probably more startled because now the wall is talking.
I mean, would he have heard her like reading through the passage in her head too?
Yeah, probably, right?
Okay.
And yeah, so you just hear this in your head, right? Yeah, and just as a clarification, Ode, or David, like that is the actual thing that's happening here. It's not visions don't happen. It's like audible messages. That's what.
No, yeah, I was thinking my post-cognition was what I was thinking.
Oh, right.
I didn't know which one was that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
right, I guess both are happening. Yeah, so I guess you get both of those things.
Both at the same time.
Both of those happen. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because usually he can't hear people's thoughts in the post-cognition, so now it's like.
So that's what's happening, right? Like it's because you touched the wall, but like you're getting the vision of the like post-cog, right, stuff, and then you're also hearing her thoughts that she imbued by like putting her head to the back of the wall.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So I think he pulls his hand off the wall, like his eyes sort of refocus, and he's staring at his hand, and he like pulls it off the wall. Yeah, I think he just kind of like his eyes are wide or whatever, and he kind of has a little bit of ragged breath, like, "What? That was ridiculous."
Yeah.
And then does the door alarm go off again, or does he like? Because he probably wouldn't remember that the door was being like someone wanted to come in unless it went off again.
Oh yeah, I think you just hear on the other side, Ziva say, "Ode, can you help me with something?"
Oh yeah, so yeah, he like stops looking at his hand, and then he's like, "Yeah, sure. Hold on a second." And he stands up and opens the door. He's kind of like staring through her, but he's looking at her.
Yeah, so she holds up her phone to you and says, "Is there some way that I can delete more than one message at a time? My fingers hurt."
She's getting smarter.
And I think my battery's about to die.
What have you done to this
Oh
program?
no, then you have to really babysit.
Yeah, I think he's like, yeah. And he takes it and he, just holds his finger down and then hits select all and then deletes them.
Her eyes go wide. She's like, "So I've been sitting there for an hour now."
Oh.
He's like, "Yeah, hey, did you hear anything just now through the door?"
I mean, I heard you like yell.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry if
yeah,
I scared you.
No, yeah, you're fine. Here's your phone.
Hey,
do they call them phones now? They call them.
You can phone whatever you want. They're probably spones, right?
Honestly,
Space
phone
phones.
doesn't work. It's just that's just a no.
I know. That's just a no from me.
Nope.
That ain't it, Chief.
Vetoed. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
here's your pad.
yeah. So what she says is, "Ode, are you doing anything important?"
I don't think so.
She like looks at you really seriously. She's like, "Can you teach me how to use this? Because I don't think Dylan taught me very well."
Aw.
That's fine.
It's like,
Yeah, I rolled pretty badly.
I mean, I can try, sure.
Because like there's all of these is it called applications? Is that what they're called?
I mean, we call them apps, but same thing.
Oh.
Short for that. Yeah.
Right.
Why not?
Okay. Well, so there's all these apps, and like they all look really cool, and I downloaded a bunch of them, but I don't know how to use any of them. And now that the internet is down, I mean, I can't download anymore, so I should probably figure out how to use the ones I have.
Let me see if I can find some that don't need to be online. Yeah. And I guess
Okay,
I'll take
thanks.
that for her and see if I can like find Tetris or something for her to play.
So you just want to like you just want to like find like a mindless game for her to do and just give it to her.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you can just do that.
Okay.
Find a terminal emulator and teach her how to hack.
I mean, I have -1 program, so if I teach her how
Good
to hack,
point.
she'll be worse at it than I am probably.
Yes, I mean, so you give her
I
back
mean,
the
that's a
game.
good thing.
You give her back
can't
the
seem to
game.
get past the terminal yourself, so
Yeah, you
one
give
less person to worry about.
you give her back the phone, and she like looks at the game, kind of frowns at first, and she's like, "Well, I mean, could you like teach me how to like use a bunch of the different apps?" And she looks down, and she's like, "Oh, this actually looks pretty fun. I'm gonna come back after I do this for a little while." And then she like,
My
"Okay."
fingers feel better.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, bye. And then
All
she
right.
like
Bye.
goes off.
Yeah, and then he kind of like turns back and looks towards the wall again, and like it probably cuts from there.
Mhm.
He's just like, what the heck?
Except it would cut from there.
Oh, so good.
But
Oh, yeah, now I get shot by the Empire.
well. So
waiting
what
for
we
this.
we follow. I think what
Oh,
happens is
no.
we follow Ziva, as
yeah,
she
okay.
walks back out of your room and towards hers. And she walks into the cargo bay, and there's like a terminal, right, that like shows like the like a camera of the outside, like below the ship. And she passes it, and on it we see, like, as the audience, like dust like getting thrown into the air by a like fighter of some sort, like literally landing right next to the Void's Grace.
Oh,
And suddenly like there's this like a roar in the soundtrack, right? And like, oh, you can like hear like this like dull like roar through the Void's Grace. And we see Ziva like backtrack and like turn back and like walk backwards and like look at the camera, like the screen. And then she sees like people, like Imperium soldiers, like getting out of the like fighter and like coming towards the Void's Grace. And she says, "Ode." And then we cut back to Till, Fergus, and Evelyn.
Caleb, if you kill our newest crew member, I'm gonna be very mad at you.
I mean, it will prove what I said was right.
Exactly. That's why I'm gonna be mad.
So, would y'all like to roll initiative?
Oh right, I forgot.
Oh, wait a minute. We don't get to like roll a talk roll to get out of this because
You can
Peter's
you
acting
can
very hastily.
you can continue to talk while you're fighting off these robots, but
remember, talking's a free action.
yeah, make sure
Yeah.
you're clicking on your tokens
Oh
before
yeah.
you.
Do we all need to roll initiative?
But I'll add it to you. I'll add. Nope, you don't have to.
Okay.
Are you gonna?
I mean,
I'll add it in.
unless you teleported here and unlocked teleportation powers.
I'm not Ada, so
We both
I
rolled.
was gonna roll initiative, but now I don't have a reason to because you asked. I don't have a
Hey,
reason.
we also did swell.
I didn't get a 1 again or a
I think you're
0.
pretty good.
Nice.
I mean, you rolled d8s and you got an 8, 8, and a 6. So that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Aha.
All right. So Till or Evelyn
Okay.
can go first. So let's just do Till, I guess, because that's what it gave us.
Robots.
Yeah. So it's a bunch of. So this is what they look like.
Oh, lovely. They're
We're
like.
fighting full-sized mechs.
No, I mean
Can
they're
we,
they're
like-
not. They're like your size. They're like people sized. But
This should die pretty easy if we can stick
Old
stuff
looking.
in all those exposed joints.
yeah, but it's basically like the wall was made of material like this. It's like this really like old tech, right? But like
Pipes and wires. and-
part of the wall just like comes out and it becomes this robot.
Yeah, he could definitely do the whole nano thing I was asking for.
So, and this is the thing, right? Like, this was the thing that I had you roll notice on before to notice that there's robots in the world.
Oh.
But you
Oh
totally
crap! I was wondering what that
Yeah.
was.
And And then somebody showed us the wrong layer by mistake, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
by then it was too late.
I mean,
Wait a
I mean,
minute.
we all already
Wait.
We
knew
all
that
knew,
was
It
yeah,
was
I mean-
till late.
What's it
I had
called? What's the what's your ability there, Evelyn, that allows you to have a thing
Precog.
beforehand? Can you have the knowledge of the robots in the wall beforehand? Because as a player, you didn't
No,
know
that's-
you needed to know
Already
that.
did.
That would have been.
He did know already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just didn't say anything.
I know. I'm just being facetious.
Oh,
Okay. All right. So Caleb.
Yeah.
We can't fight these things. There's nothing we can do.
I mean, you don't know their stats.
Fergus has got handguns.
So
Right.
Fergus,
Okay.
Fergus can fight them.
Fergus,
It's a minimum of 7 turns, and that's if I kill every single one in 1 turn.
Yeah. And I mean, it depends on if they focus you down. If they spread the fire, you're fine because Fergus can just heal you infinitely.
Mhm.
But
Right. I mean,
Fergus
we all
is like
really good
Lucio
at
or
it.
Brigitte with his AOE healing.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to be like your typical Genji player and run in the face of the enemy. Try to get to his terminal or something. Actually, do they have a visible terminal anywhere on them, Caleb?
No,
We're
not that you can
working
see.
on one.
What
Oh,
about a connector point? Any sort of like,
That could be a notice roll.
because I think I want to see if I can do something
Sure.
incredibly stupid. Because the last time I did something stupid, it actually worked.
Yeah, it's true.
Welcome to my entire life.
Clip of that.
Well,
crap.
You noticed it just shot a hole in you.
well,
if this was
that hurts.
That would be literal.
Jared, don't shoot the droids. Just shoot the pipes. You know how it's connected?
Yeah, that sounds like a
Shoot
good
the really
idea.
big
Just
pipe.
Cripple it and then destroy
Yeah.
the dome.
Yeah.
That's gonna destroy the whole dome. I know what Caleb is planning if we shoot stuff willy-nilly. Dude, guys, don't worry. I can talk.
So this is also the thing, right? Like Evelyn, I mean, you could try to figure out how to open this thing, right?
That's what I was planning on.
Right? There's a couple.
Crack it
There's,
open,
there's a
dump the
couple of things that
person
can
out
happen here. Yeah.
You crack it open, dump the person out on the floor.
What?
You say crack it open and dump the person on the floor.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
Or
Till,
use them as a windshield.
you totally don't notice any visible weak points. It just looks
Right.
like honestly, it looks like steampunk, like mechs.
Okay. Are there any like loose pipes and things in the walls around me?
Yes. Now that they've come out of the wall, yeah, there's like some loose connectors that where they came out of.
Can I find like I don't know, a pole maybe 3 meters, 10 feet in length? Hit him with a 10-foot pole.
You would have to go towards one of them and like grab it out of the wall, like right next to them. But you could attempt to do that.
I'm not sure I like my
Attack
chances.
of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know about the attack of opportunity thing. Like, I can't tank. I got a drone.
Yeah,
for
he's
precisely
not
this.
playing Ulrich right now, unfortunately.
Ulrich could have taken both of these
Yeah.
guys or all of these guys and let them hit him over and over again while laughing in their faces for like 3 rounds before starting to attack back.
Power armor Demon King Ulrich in the science fiction future.
Yeah,
Sounds
we'll
awesome.
have
This
Demon
needs to
King
be a
Ulrich.
thing.
Space.
One of the factions needs to be led by a Demon King Ulrich now.
So that's what he ended up doing. He didn't go back to Fjellreich. He went to the Rift and went to a completely different universe.
He went to space to become Space Demon King Ulrich.
Yep.
It is canon.
All of
Yeah,
our
I guess it's
RPGs
like
are
based on-
connecting.
By the way, Jared,
Yeah.
as you're healing, and if you heal at range, you still have to commit effort. But if you touch them, you don't.
I don't have to commit effort if it's in the AOE. I don't have healing at range. I only have
You
the
don't have
AOE.
remote repair,
I have AOE.
so you still have to touch them. But then it's within.
No. The remote one is like really, really far away. The AOE one is just like within my immediate vicinity, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to commit effort for that.
That's within 10 meters. Let's see. Oh, I just
Yeah.
Each use of this technique requires that the Bioscion commit effort for the day in addition to the cost of Psychic Sucker. So you do have to do it for the if you want to do the if you want to do the field, you do. If you just want to touch them, healing.
Okay. Where is that?
And also healing is a main action. But I don't know if you've been doing that.
Yeah, I need that.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember.
So yeah, Till, what do you do?
I don't know. I feel like I know we came in here to download, so I was at another terminal. I mean, I guess I'm going to systemctl status pipe to grep and just see what's running if I can find the control process for these guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you want to try
like,
to hack them to death.
I want to kill the control process if I can find it.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, I mean, so the terminal that Fergus is working on is the nearest one.
Okay.
But so Fergus, are you gonna plan on like continuing to do anything on there?
I'm going to talk as a free action, and then
keep doing the process. Yeah. So Till, if you want to do something like that, you'll have to do another terminal. There's ones basically in between each of these, right? So like at the intervals.
In between each of what?
Each of the in between each of the sets of robots.
Oh, okay.
There's also one over here. So, like.
I have to run toward the robot to do that.
Yeah, so you'll have to get closer to one of the robots to find another terminal.
I mean, Fergus has like Ironhide, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, he has telekinetic armory, so.
Yeah.
Close enough. I kind of want to just grab him, shove him
I
out of
have
the way.
Ironhide.
Find your own terminal, so I don't die.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, if I want to do anything this combat, I should probably do that.
Yeah, like, well, the thing is, right? Like, Fergus has set up all of this download stuff, so.
Just open a new tab.
There's. Okay, I'm telling you right now.
Literally, though.
Yeah, Till.
Control Z will background the whole process.
I mean, I guess you could do that, yeah. Okay, so yeah, Till, you just take over the terminal?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take over the terminal.
Okay, do it. Roll that program. So your intent is to try to find the command process that's like running these guardians.
Find the
and
command
then
process
shut it
for the
down.
robots, and then shut them down.
Okay, let's say difficulty 12. Woof, nice job.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Nailed
so
it, aced it, can't be stopped.
yeah, I mean, I guess you just do it. Like, I'm trying to think of like, I don't know if like you can just insta kill all of them. I don't know. You tell me. What makes sense for in terms of like if you actually found these processes, what could you do with them?
Well, it depends. Likely the easiest would be just to kill and or break their. I could probably break their sockets. Would be the easiest. So if I just broke this process's connection to the sockets or kill -9'd it, it would just stop, and it would stop sending commands to the robots. If I wanted to be more creative in the moment, I could probably open a pipe to the socket, take it over from the process, and then send my own commands. But I'd have to figure out what protocol they're using, and it would be harder, I think, to take over entirely. But if I know the process, I can now have access to it. I think Fergus can tell that. Or I just pointed out to Fergus, I'm like, hey, look, I got the PID and the socket info.
Yeah, the PID.
So.
Yeah, I know about the PID.
You want to do something with it? I mean, because I guess I'm open for either one, but I kind of want Fergus to try to take control of them if he wants to.
So my question is, would the AI person thing be trying to oppose this?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because if you
The
wanted to
AI
have
could probably try to kill my shell session, and that would do it.
Because if you wanted to have it be temporary, you could have it be reoccurring.
Right, that's what I'm assuming. Right,
Yeah.
so I think
Or just demon process.
I think you might have to do it like multiple rounds to keep doing
Sure.
it. I think
I'm
that
going
makes sense.
to disable them this round then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, so they start like slowing down and then just stop. And yeah, Till, you're like, I don't know if that will last forever. Somebody else do something. And then Evelyn, it's you.
System demon can just restart the process.
Yeah.
So, do something, Fergus. I'm giving up on you.
Okay,
it's
well,
you, Evelyn,
I'm gonna do a no roll and figure out how to get into that dome.
Sure. So you want to be able to
Open it.
open it. So just have any method to open it available to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say difficulty 10.
I mean, should I do a more specific thing?
Yeah, like
To
that.
know the most
If with
convenient-
that intent, like you can find a way to open it, but you may not be able to just
Okay,
open
well,
it by pressing
Find
a
a
button.
way that to open it that it's most convenient for me.
Okay, the best way to open it. Let's say difficulty 12.
13.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So I think the easiest and most efficient way to open it is if you have the password. Like if you can basically like hack the door. Like there is like a terminal on the front of this thing, and if you know what you're looking for, like knowing that there's a door in here, you should be able to like find whatever process or whatever application or whatever it is, right, like program that will open the door. But then you would have to have someone like try to encrypt or decrypt a password, like put a password in, like figure out what the password would be, whether or not through any various hacking methods.
What?
You need Till or Fergus to do it.
Oh crap. Okay.
Like you need to get them into the terminal and they can find the process and like put in whatever password necessary to unlock the door. Because there is one, but there would be like if you knew the password, you could just put it in. But obviously none of you know it, so.
So okay, all right. That's what I thought you said, but
Yeah, sorry, it
I
took a while to
was-
get there. Yeah, I apologize.
Oh,
Yeah,
can I
because-
just do? Can I just do Oracle and just ask you what the password is?
You want to see into the future where Till or Fergus cracks the password
Oh my
and then
gosh.
just retroactively put it in.
Yeah. Can I do that?
I mean,
Psychic hacking.
that sounds like a thing you could be able to do.
That's great.
I mean, okay, so let's do this, right? Like, here, let's look at your ability specifically. So, Oracle. Let's see. So you can see up to what do you have now?
1 week into the future.
1 week into the future.
So I could literally, if we could postpone this, I could literally try for a week of all these different passwords.
Right.
Or they could try the decryption, and if it took a week, I would still know it right now.
Yeah.
No, it's just
Brute
Oracle
force the password for a week, and I love this.
I mean, knowing Josh's and mine program roles,
It's-
we can hold them off for a week.
Yeah, it's not the way this works is that you can only use it once, unless the situation changes substantially or a week goes by. So you'd have to use it and then wait a week and then use it again unless something substantially changed. I think.
Yeah, but it's yeah. If they could hack it in a week's time,
Oh, I see.
then
I
she
see.
would be able to see that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Rather than 1 minute into the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Although this does say visions should relate to actions and event, not abstract facts. Although I guess if she was watching them hack it, I don't know if she could like
Yeah.
see the password in that vision.
So
Yeah,
what
because
you should
it's-
do? No, this is what happens. Evelyn, you should tell Fergus or Till to hack the door, like figure out the password, and then
Right.
once you do that, the future has been set in motion that they will do that, and then you
Right.
can use Oracle and then just figure out what they would have figured out.
Yep. I say hack the password. I got
It's
it.
going to take way too
I
long.
got it.
Yes, that's exactly what happens, right? Till's like, we don't have any time for that. Like,
I got it.
Is
You
the
want some?
password?
Okay. All right. So I'm committing effort. I unlock the door.
I
What's the
think
password.
yeah, Josh.
it's he'll just. I mean, he starts the brute force. Like, all right, we'll do this. Or do I have to wait till it's my turn in the combat?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, what probably happens, like she says, like, there's a door here. Like, figure out how to hack it. Like, and then Till, you're like, I mean, that's gonna take a while. You start to step towards it, right? And then Evelyn says, nope, got it. And then she like just goes down to the computer, types it in. Yeah. So just commit effort, and then yeah, you open the
That's
door.
amazing.
Nicely done.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. What do we see?
So you open the door. So we get the hiss, right? And then this like steam, just like this like fog, just rolls out. And inside, you see a very, very emaciated figure, complete like hooked up to so much machinery. You can only see various patches of their skin like throughout this like machinery they're hooked up to. But the skin that you can see is very wrinkly, very emaciated, and it has weird like purplish like scars like everywhere you can see. So they look almost like purple as like their skin color, but you can see that it's like their veins. And I mean, it's impossible to tell what gender this person is, with all this machine hooked up. But it's basically, right, you have like the whole big helmet face mask thing where there's like a breathing apparatus, like life support, basically, just like keeping this person alive. Yeah, and you hear their breath just like.
Father? No.
Right, like.
Impossible.
And they're very, very weak breath. And Till and Fergus, you look at the terminal, and you just see no, just repeating over and over again on the text. Stop, leave now, please don't come in here, please stop. I will kill all of you. And then it starts to get darker and darker, like I will kill all of you, I will murder you, I will rip the flesh from your bones, like that sort of stuff.
Well, please don't. That would be unpleasant.
Yeah, Evelyn, I mean, you're staring inside at this.
Crap, I have no idea what to do.
Yeah, and so I guess you just stare at it for a second. Fergus, it's your turn. What do you do? I mean, the Dome Guardians are like paused momentarily, but
I mean, Connor, you have telepathy.
I don't have telepathy.
No, that's Fergus.
Oh, that was Fergus. Well, Fergus has telepathy.
Unfortunately, it's only like emotion level, so.
I don't have anything that can control people yet.
Well, yeah, but you could read
Don't
his
know that,
mind.
Fergus. That makes me uncomfortable.
You could probably have telepathic communication with the person, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean that's your turn, Evelyn. So Fergus, what do you do?
Okay, well, talking's a free action as we've established. So, it's pretty it's pretty clear that we can hack all of your robots. We can out hack you, and we have your body right here. So, I suggest it's time that we all calm down, come to a peaceful resolution. Otherwise, I'll shoot your body with my telepathic handguns. And I don't even really know what you were planning. I mean, if you kill me, you lose all the data anyway. It's kind of a logical fallacy you got going on here.
And then like the stream of text stops, and then goes blank. The screen goes blank, and then they just say, "I have robots. I could have them plug in the data, and I could take it for myself."
I have telepathic war gun on my hand, which can kill you in 1 second.
Pew pew.
I have the entire dome's powers at my command. I could collapse this room right now.
I could go. I mean.
And then a pipe falls down from the ceiling.
I don't know how destroying yourself is going to get you even further in your plans.
Seems like a weird function to build into the dome.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just say, if you're going to try to save your people, then you need us.
I already told you I want to help you.
You have a very weird sense of negotiation.
I mean, that's your turn. So what are you doing while you're speaking?
Talk roll.
Just okay. You're just trying to convince them to
Yeah.
what? What's your exact intent?
To peaceful negotiations.
Okay. What's the difficulty? 11.
Oh,
Jeez.
oofda.
Can you even get an 11?
I mean,
Oh, you can get you
you're
can.
gonna get 2 6s.
I mean, you have points in talk, right?
I have 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're good at talking. Okay. It's been a while since.
Oh.
Ooh.
I got 1.
Yeah.
I get to reroll ones.
That's true. That's totally true. Go ahead and just roll a d6.
Oh my gosh,
That's
that's
enough,
exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. So, like, there's this like awkward moment of like silence and like tension, right? And then, text comes up. No, actually, what happens? The person's hand raises into the air,
What?
and then just gestures.
Who's
you
it
forward.
motioning at?
I mean, Evelyn's standing right there.
Fergus, Evelyn, you get in there.
I mean, yeah.
And then
He's
you,
kind of in there.
yeah, and then like the text comes up on the screen and says, "Fergus."
What?
It just says Fergus. You have abilities, do you not?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Maybe we can do this a more direct way.
What are you proposing?
Use your telepathy. Let's stop speaking through a screen and speak to each other as humans. Now that you know what I am, there's no need to keep up appearances.
Connor, how much effort you got left?
1.
You want to use it to see if this is a trap?
Doesn't
What do you-
want
what
to
do you
have
mean?
his mind broke.
Like to look into the future to see if, like, you know,
My brain melts,
Yeah.
or I get taken over by.
Sure. I use Oracle. Is this a good idea? Will this solve our problem?
You totally see a picture of Fergus being like assimilated into the the like consciousness of the dome. So yeah, not a good idea.
Holy
Don't get your brain
crap.
melted, my dude.
It's a good call there, Jared.
Yeah.
I mean, but does she tell you? I am just kidding.
No.
I am just kidding. No,
Oh my gosh.
There's no way that Evelyn wouldn't immediately like.
I love that that's a joke though.
I just assumed I told you.
No, she's just like, it's a trap. He wants you and him to become, or you and he wants you two to become one person.
Okay, so just to clarify, Fergus hasn't moved. He's like right behind Till
Yeah.
at the computer.
Okay.
And okay, now that we know that it's like a person, what's the difficulty to hack the AI consciousness into, or well, I guess actual consciousness into the thing and then split it?
Now that you know that,
Yeah.
I mean, still pretty difficult because even knowing it doesn't necessarily. You
Well, I mean, it's
guys.
gonna make it easier.
So the thing is, like, I feel like you guys would have to like roll a no check to like figure out a way to make
Oh,
that
okay.
happen.
I got it.
You're muted,
So-
Josh. If you're trying to say something.
Are we?
We'd have to decide whether or not we wanted to kill this person by hacking them too.
Are you guys still in turn order? Because making the skill check is main action.
No, I don't think we're in turn order anymore.
I got 12.
So
I don't think Till wants to.
to do
Oh,
what?
come on. I got a 12.
To hack and pull this person's intelligence out of their body.
That's
Yeah.
what they want, though.
They want to escape the planet
And the body.
and the body.
So Evelyn, the way
was it
that
an old decrepit
the way
body?
that you know that you can do this, is I mean
Through some nano bots
No.
that are up against.
No, stop trying to get nanobots involved in this.
Dang it!
No, I mean we go back to your flashback. You have to use someone as a host.
Wait, what?
You don't use mechanical storage units to house a living intelligence. You use organic storage units.
Oh, so we'll just put it in a
Oh, Caleb, you're giving me ideas, man.
put it in. We'll put it in a robot. We'll put it in like a
What did I just say?
machine.
You have to have a person.
Yeah, he just said that.
I put it inside me.
No,
No.
no,
Please
absolutely
no.
not. Absolutely not. Well,
No.
no, I'm thinking like cyborg kind of crap.
I mean, yeah, if you got like a person who was
That
also
would-
like a robot,
You have to have
that-
organic.
Caleb.
but it's the organic bit that's the issue. I know what
we
you're laughing about. but- Jared.
Nanobots that are going to create a person for us.
No.
I'll roll no to find the nanobot.
Connor, no nanobots.
No for nanobots, you got it.
No, stop.
No. Yeah, I have 3d6.
Negatory.
No.
Not an option.
There are
And
nanobots. You
negatory is
breathe
not an
them in,
option.
and they eat
No
your
is the roll that I'm
insides.
going to use.
No. Negatory, not an option.
Alright, I'm done now. I'm done now.
Yeah, so that's what you know, Evelyn.
So
Are you gonna share that with them?
Considering of what Jared just said, no.
I mean, you don't know. You don't necessarily know.
Yes, but would Evelyn actually say the things that she knows? Nope, never has.
Because the thing, right? Fergus is like looking at like the device he's hooked up, and like yeah, like it's probably still technically possible, like on paper, to do this with like high level falutin brain science, but like it would be much easier to do this with an actual person.
You probably end up gimping their intelligence too.
Okay, here's the thing. We're not letting Fergus do this, right?
I mean, it sounds like Till doesn't
Please
want
no.
to.
I mean, Fergus does what Fergus wants.
Jared, is this what you want? Is this the path that you wanted your character to go on?
Gathering multiple souls and
I mean,
because
it's
like
not
there's
far off.
precedent for that. There's a book I'm reading right now, A Man with 12 Souls, but
Oh my.
like he doesn't seem to have such a great time with it, so I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, okay, Caleb.
Mhm.
Let's speak from like a technical aspect. What would it do to Fergus? Like rules.
You don't know. I'm not. There's absolutely no way to tell.
Okay. I mean, Evelyn's not telling me. I have telepathy. Suck it, Connor.
Ah, crap.
So Fergus,
no.
Fergus, what I want you to do is make a notice roll to notice Evelyn's like shift in like facial expression that makes it like obvious to you that she's thought of something that makes you think that you should like read her mind.
Okay.
Ooh, nope.
Yeah, so you don't notice it. I mean, Evelyn's pretty good at controlling her emotions anyway, so
Mhm.
there's no reason that you would think of reading her mind at this point. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, what transpires? I don't think Evelyn really makes a decision here. She just is kind of waiting.
yeah, y'all are just kind of like
Like
standing
Fergus
there.
goes in.
What?
It's getting late.
No, I already
It's
told
getting
you.
late. Fergus goes in.
What? No, I already told you not to do that. Remember?
Fergus is self-confident.
I mean, we could also just end it there at like the like cliffhanger at like this decision point. Like, what are you gonna
We
do?
know we need to
No.
leave the planet. We can't.
I'm
spend
not
another
waiting 2 weeks to that.
No.
Okay, so what's the decision?
Fergus goes in to progress the plot at this point.
What? No! Hold up. No, you don't go in because you'll become one. He'll assimilate you to him.
That's only if I fail the roll.
Fail what, bro? What are you talking about?
There is no role to say you're voluntarily offering something else your consciousness. There is no role that says, actually, sorry, take backs.
Yeah, I take your
Take backsies.
Probably make a mental save or something.
Yeah, there were probably
There's
like a
no
mental
take
save or something like
backsies
that.
with-
Yeah.
It seems like that'd be the one thing that's like there's no take backsies with
Yeah, I mean, it also depends on
offering
like
up your soul.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I think you want to think this through a little bit.
I mean, like you
here.
can walk in without
Fergus.
like initiating this, right? Like as long as you're not like linking your mind with this person, like you can walk in there if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just see Fergus like walk in the room. And we just see the emaciated figure just like tap their head. And then from above
Cut off his finger.
comes like the helmet thing, right? Like hanging from the
God.
ceiling.
I
Like
cut
we
that
saw
off
in
too.
Evelyn's vision.
I cut off his finger and put it in the helmet.
You don't have any weapons.
What?
Your finger guns.
Did I hear you right, Evelyn? That you just
That's so random.
My fingers are her fingers.
What do you mean
Oh.
her?
No. What you need to do, Connor, is cut off his thumb so that you can use it as a thumb drive.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay,
Story.
well,
I am dying slowly inside.
Okay, I asked.
Slow and painful.
I mean, he knows that what I said. He knows that we're not gonna do it, right? Like I told Fergus out loud. I said, no, don't do
Yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, screw you, buddy. Like we're not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. and-
Obviously, that's your plan. You told me that I'm a psychic, right? Like you know I'm a psychic. You know what power I have.
Yeah,
I saw the future.
And on a screen, like next to, like inside the little chamber, you see text that says, "Please."
What? No. What? No.
are you gonna assimilate me into the dome, or are we gonna be friends?
Why would I trap you here?
Fergus, do not
me.
do this unless we know for sure.
And that's the thing. Again, I would like to preface, like, Evelyn, you don't know exactly what was happening with this like psychic thing, like if they connected minds, but you know it's bad, like, right? Like you don't know specifics because there's no way you could know in the vision, but
This
I mean-
is bad.
Offer up something else. I want to progress the plot by whatever.
I
I mean, do any of you happen to have
Evelyn
like a
doesn't-
spare brain and like a chilling in the refrigerator or something?
I mean, I do, but it's in a different campaign. Screw it. I do it.
No. Let's
No.
think
Just
through.
do it. Just get it
Who
over
do
with.
we know
Pull the band-aid off.
would be okay with it?
No.
Do it.
And to be fair, if I want to come back, I'll just come back.
What do you mean?
That's not how that works.
Yeah, I'll just program from within the dome. I've got awesome programming. I can just program the dome to do what I want. Then,
This is a terrible idea. No,
This
we're not
is
doing
weird.
this.
dude, there are like so many.
I
roles.
So,
literally
Fergus.
had a vision. This is bad.
So this is the
Why are
thing.
we
I mean, so
doing
Fergus,
this?
what you would have to do, right? You would have to like reach for the helmet and like put it on. That's what he's asking you to do.
Don't do it.
Okay, before I put the helmet on,
Yeah.
I use my telepathy on her.
No.
Does
don't do
anyone
that.
try? I mean, Till, do you have anything to say about this situation?
No.
Fergus, don't touch anything in there.
I mean, technically, if you tell them how they can communicate, you wouldn't be disobeying that order.
Yeah, they're not gonna know.
Yeah. So you just psychically connect your mind with this
No,
entity?
No, Fergus. No, Jared. I
What?
told your character specifically not to telepathically link
Knows.
with it. That's what the vision was about.
He's
Oh.
doing it.
Telepathically linking with
Okay,
it. is
then I
what's
put the
gonna
helmet
happen.
on.
What? No. It's even worse. What? If the telepathic link is bad, don't you think this would be 10 times worse?
No, because then there's a way out.
What do you mean?
So-
helmet.
So the question is,
What do you mean?
the question is, does Fergus go for the helmet? In which case, Evelyn or Till could stop him, or does he just connect minds with the entity?
Dude, I've got a 10 mental save. It's a 50-50 shot. I like that odds.
Don't take that shot.
And to be fair, I have a new job, so I don't even know if Fergus is coming back.
Oh, that's true. That's depressing.
Wait, what do you mean you have a new job? What are you
Oh
talking
yeah, I got a job.
Wait, what?
Prison guard.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness,
I forgot. You were late to the session.
Jared, congratulations.
I put the helmet on.
No.
So
Why?
Evelyn or Till, do you try to stop him from putting his helmet on?
I mean,
Yes,
none of us are very close to him, but
I am.
Evelyn's right there.
Yeah, Evelyn's right there.
It's okay.
All right, roll exert, man.
Yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, roll exert, I guess, to stop him.
Could I roll lead to try to convince him not to? That's
I mean,
what
first
lead
you have to
is.
physically stop him from like putting the
Yeah,
helmet
that's
on.
true, too, yep.
So roll opposing exerts with strength.
Oh no!
Nice.
No!
Dude, literally all 3 of my goals are directly related to this.
So Fergus, go ahead and roll.
Since when?
Since the beginning of the session.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I distinctly remember not knowing that we were going to find an AI.
Thought he was gonna download him, I think. But
Yeah, dude, that was my plan last week. That was all my secret messages with Caleb. I was gonna download the AI and put it in rebuild the Hephaestus engine, put him in the Hephaestus engine, and save the world.
Oh,
Yeah,
bad
there's-
idea.
there's a world. It's okay.
Yeah.
Fergus saves the world.
Yeah.
One AI.
One
So
genocide.
Fergus, roll exert plus strength in response, because technically you still need to roll that to.
Oh,
This is an opposing roll.
I mean, don't roll 2 1s.
I mean, to be fair, I could very easily.
He has a -2.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh.
You just got a 0.
Yep,
That's right.
I knew it. I have
Wow.
-2 strength.
Oh gosh.
I had a -3 going into that.
So yeah, I mean, Evelyn, this is a very weak, flimsy attempt, but Fergus is the weakest person you
I'm
know.
short.
So
I'm too short to reach. That's the problem.
yeah, so Evelyn, you just grab his arms and you're like you stop him.
You just play keep away with it. You just hold it dangling above your head.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm like,
psychically.
what are you doing?
Fulfilling my
the
destiny.
Dome, saving the dome, getting a new AI to power the Hephaestus engine I'm gonna build. You know,
I just told you that I literally saw the future. This is bad.
I make my own future.
Yeah.
I am Fergus McIngernarnger.
So I think you see text on the screen that says, "Why don't you let Fergus make his own decisions?"
Yeah, listen to the psychopathic murderous computer.
Did your character actually say that?
Yes.
I don't trust. Okay, she screams. I don't trust the computer. I trust you.
That makes no sense because you're not letting me do what I want.
We trusted you, and now you're showing us that you're not worthy of trust. Step out of there.
Do you have any ideas that won't
Do you
destroy
want-
everything?
You just seem like you seem like you're walking down a path to get your mind destroyed, Fergus. I wasn't hired on to watch my friends destroy their own minds.
Huh? Till just said that you were his friend. That's interesting.
Dang. Now Fergus is like even more devoted to like saving your planet.
This
I
isn't
mean,
Till's
it's not his
planet.
planet. It's Dylan's
It's not
planet.
my planet. It could
Oh.
really pretty much burn for all I care about it.
He has bad memories on this
At
planet.
this point, Till does not care. Like, you'd have to work pretty hard to get Till to care about this place again.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're also all still on it, so there's that.
He cares in as much as he's still on the planet.
But after that,
Burn after we leave.
Fine. If we can download them onto the space hard drive, I won't do it.
so the
Star
terminal,
drive.
so Till, the terminal you're right next to just turns off. The one that Fergus was like connecting to, and then you see all of the other terminals just like turn off successively.
This would
Well,
be
doesn't
much
look
easier
like
if
they
we had
want
a
it.
human. We could download it to a human a lot easier, but not to a flash drive. And don't you even think about it.
Okay, so are we just gonna go grab one of the villagers and make them do it? A villager who isn't, freaking super awesome pone sauce finger gun. Just crap. What's it called?
Psychic.
Psychic. Or yeah, let's just go get that little girl that we got. Is that why you got her?
Oh.
Correct.
Please no.
Oh my gosh.
She kind of shuts off.
Fergus is being irrational about this. I don't think we need to listen to him anymore.
Why do you want to do this?
Save the freaking dome that has Dylan's family and Till's family, even though it's not the greatest terms
I
right
have
now.
no family here.
Oh, okay. Dylan's family, and I need an AI.
Need is a very strong word.
Oh, I need in Fergus's mind. If he can rebuild that Hephaestus engine, he can save like all of you guys.
Okay.
So Fergus, I mean, wait, what?
The Imperium?
Evelyn, did you just say okay?
Okay.
I don't.
So you give him the helmet?
I told you that I trusted you, not the computer. If this goes wrong, I'll kill you.
He'll
I
be
mean,
dead.
I'll be dead anyway, but
Well, no.
Well, no, the AI will be in his body.
If this works, and the AI takes control of your body, I'll kill you. Is that what you want?
I mean, no.
Is that what you want?
But I think it's worth the risk to, get just to fulfill all of my plans.
No, you don't understand. If this goes wrong, and he can take control of your body, what would you have me do?
I mean, either kill me or plug me back into plug that body back into the computer so I can take control of it again and basically do what he's about to do to me. Switcheroo him. But I kind of just gave him that plan, so he's probably prepared for it now.
And then you just see a little smiley face come up on the text.
Oh, God.
Well, that doesn't give me any sort of hope that maybe this AI is actually sane inside and isn't going to try and kill you the minute you touch his brain.
And then you see on the text, why don't we find out?
I mean, I have +2 talk. Once I'm in there, I'm pretty sure I can convince him of anything.
I'd like to. So you hear. I'd like to make, or not here, but you see. I'd like to make a deal with you, Fergus. What are your conditions? If I plug in, what do you want? It's easier with a willing host.
Jump in my brain, cohabitate, and then once I finish the Hephaestus engine, I'll put you in that.
Make a talk roll.
Is that not what he wants?
Come on,
No.
give me a +1 since that's exactly what he wants.
No, definitely not what he wants.
Wow.
He wants the Hephaestus engine to save the planet / obliterate everything.
Oh, come on, what is? Oh man, I'm just.
What does he want? We don't even know what he wants. We know he wants to get out. But, like, that's a simplistic request. People are more complicated than that. What does he want from us?
Connor, alternate outcome.
I don't have it.
Crap.
I committed all my effort.
Hmm.
I committed my effort to tell you that the thing you're about to do is the worst decision you can possibly make.
Yeah.
So Fergus, you see on the text, deal.
I mean,
Ma-
I'm pretty sure I know you're lying. Can I make a notice check?
You can make a notice check. That's what it is.
It's not going to change or what I do, but.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, so this seems like classic AI bullcrap. So.
He's not.
All right. All right. If you want to stuff your character, I'm totally down with you doing that. Just know that, like, it makes it difficult.
Difficult in what way?
Like,
I mean, there are a lot of really weird, bad things that can happen from this.
exactly. And Caleb is a creative guy. Okay. This is what makes me hesitate. It's just, I know Caleb
Alright.
is creative. I've seen him be creative.
But okay. Let me ask you guys this.
It's terrifying. Oh man, Josh, that is one of the best compliments you've ever given me.
Is this something Fergus would do? He's a 13-year-old boy who has a very skewed, like, you're like the only friends he has, and in his mind he has it that rebuilding this Hephaestus engine is the only way to protect us basically from the Imperium, who he knows is like endlessly hunting us right now.
I mean, it sounds like Evelyn. Sorry, go ahead, David.
He's already had a past of doing zany, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's your character. So I mean, it doesn't seem out of character to me at all.
No,
And
not
plus,
really.
It bugs me though. It's just sure it might be something your character would do, but like, how does it really help us as a party do party things? Or is
Well, I
it
mean, that's
just
not really the
Fergus
question.
event?
Honestly, this might be
Suboptimal
kind of
plays.
perfect for the storyline.
Realistic.
And also, it adds so much like potentially interesting things for the future.
Yeah. The idea is for the story to be interesting, not
It's just
optimal.
another plot element. Because if we just like blow this up now, it's basically all gone and never going to come back.
And ultimately, it's up to Jared.
Yeah, so it sounds like Evelyn, at least, is like willing to let Fergus do this. As Till, like, what's the last word that Till has on this for him?
Fergus says, "I love you," until says, "I know."
Till's just alright. If you want to do this, I'll be here to bail you out.
I mean, I want you guys to know, like, I'm doing this because you're like the only family I have, so.
I don't really understand your reasoning there, but thank you.
All right. I'd do it.
Yeah.
Connor, would do you think I have a better chance of just telepathying or putting the helmet on? You
I
should
mean,
roll no.
If you're in his
I don't know. It depends on what skill
machine,
you're.
I feel like he has more control. He is the dome. You're probably a better psychic than he is. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I'd say
hope.
psychic.
I mean, my telepathy roll is only +1, whereas my programming roll is way higher.
Well, the other thing is that if you're jacked into this thing, you're not going to be able to use all the extra bonus stuff that makes you better at it. Like, you'll just probably, I
Yeah.
assume, like, you'll be
I'd say
forced to
telepathy.
program roll.
I mean, think about it logically speaking. Like putting something that he's giving you on, rather than you fighting him on your
Yeah.
terms, makes a
Well,
lot more sense.
To be fair, I think he asked to telepathically connect first. Didn't he?
That's true.
So he was apparently confident in that method too. But I mean, he is the dome, and you're plugging your brain into his system. I feel like that's worse than connecting on your own terms psychically.
Okay, I want my gun first. I leave, go grab my gun, or better yet, I ask him for a gun in this room that's extremely powerful.
He's not gonna have.
What? Why would he ever give you that? And
I
he's
rip
also
off
not
the
going to let you
gun off of one of
leave.
his droid thingies. I rip off one of their firing arm.
I mean, if you go towards them, they just like sink into the wall again.
I mean, to be fair, Fergus has a stealth laser pistol.
Yeah, you do.
That you left.
And what happens?
Why would I leave it? It's stealth.
It's stealth from
Oh.
like radars, not from sight. He saw it. Like he.
What?
Well, it's still from T4.
Stealth.
kind of stuff. This is
He's
probably
literally a T4 AI, isn't he?
well, there's no such thing.
T4
T5,
human.
but
He's
yeah.
AI, he's TO5. Which, if he has,
And I mean, the whole point of these was that we could sneak them through an airport past TSA
Right.
guards looking at
yeah,
us.
yeah. But an airport has TO4 level stuff. This guy's
Yeah,
probably working on something
exactly.
better.
I was under the assumption that you guys actually put, because none of you said any specifics about trying to keep any weapons, so I assume that you'd all put them down.
Yeah.
Because Fergus
You
still
tried.
has his psychic weapons,
Okay, well,
but
I definitely leave and go grab a weapon.
okay, well
first.
the door's closed and it's not gonna let you leave.
Walk over and strangle him to death. Part of the deal. I go get a weapon.
Can I give him my psychic spine?
Weapons were-
I don't think
part
you
of the
can.
deal.
No.
Oh, okay. Hold up, guys. Listen to this, okay? Listen very closely. What happens if he takes over Fergus's mind, and then he has
Yeah.
extremely powerful finger guns?
He's not gonna know how to
Wow,
use
Ned!
them.
Well,
Yes, he'll know how to use them.
well, here,
I
there's
I
a
mean,
couple-
he's in your literally in your mind, so
There's a
Subject.
couple
That was
things.
you. A
He might-
simulation.
He might
I
not have
Minecraft,
access
man.
to Fergus's psychic powers because that's Fergus's side of the brain. Even if he does, what is a laser pistol gonna do for you? You're gonna die anyway.
To be fair, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I can hold a gun to his head and then, you know.
Feel better about yourself?
And then do
Yeah,
one.
it makes definitely
Get
feel a
turned
lot
on.
more comfortable.
Well, so I'm
That's
sorry.
all good.
Evelyn's gonna have to feel uncomfortable right now.
Sometimes we don't get what we
So
want.
Fergus, what do? Do you connect telepathically or do you connect with
Get
the helmet?
shot.
Telepathically, sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's just we've spent way too much time on
Yeah.
this. Telepathy, let's do it. I just want to progress the plot.
Okay, so you just hear in your mind, a feminine voice say,
Knew it.
"Hello, Fergus. Nice to meet you."
Okay, now that I'm actually here, what is it you really want?
I told you. I want two things. I want to leave, and I want to save Evangelia. I can do both with your mind.
Okay. But if you leave my mind in this dome, it's not gonna be able to help you. Why don't we just both habitate my body and be friends?
Fergus, are you going to put the helmet on or not?
Are we gonna be friends?
We'll be more than friends, Fergus.
I'm 13.
That's the best answer you can.
And it looks like you're a couple hundred. I don't know space laws, but
I mean, we established there are no space laws, so it doesn't matter.
I could
Oh,
try
yeah.
to overpower your mind right now, Fergus. I have the ability, but I'm being kind to you because I want this to go smoothly. If you put on the helmet, it will be so much easier.
I know, but I already know that you're going to trap me here. I need some kind of crap. What's the word? I need
Insurance?
some kind of proof or insurance that you're not going to trap me here and steal my body.
That too.
You're smart enough that I'm not going to lie to you anymore, Fergus. This is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your body. I'm going to trap your mind here. And then you're going to fix my problems for me. You've told me so yourself. I will leave with your friends, pretending to be you. And then you will stay here and fix my problems. You're a problem solver. If you see one in front of you, you'll want to fix it. And now that you have the Hephaestus engine, you should be able to do it. And I'll be able to leave here worry-free for the first time in ages. It's very hard being a god, you see. Is that
You
more
have
clear
nanobots?
to you?
What?
He said, "Do you have nanobots?"
Thanks, buddy.
How did you plan on building the Hephaestus engine if I had given you all of the blueprints here?
Did you actually ask, "Do you have nanobots," or do you just ask that question?
Both.
Okay, well, when you ask that first question first, and she says, "Why, of course I do."
Is that a lie?
You can make a notice roll.
Nine.
No, she's not lying, as far as you know.
Gosh. Darn it.
Can you re-roll the one, or is that for
No,
instance?
that's only for
Negotiations,
I mean, this isn't negotiation.
but it's talk.
Ah, Caleb, you're the worst.
Well, actually, wait, no. Reroll ones on any skill check dice related to
Yeah.
negotiation or diplomacy.
This is what this is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Reroll it.
Reroll a one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. She's not lying to you.
Oh,
Wow.
well.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Connor, it doesn't matter. I'll just build a new body. She's stupid. Why didn't she just build her own body?
Because I don't think nanobots work that way.
She probably also didn't have a lot of bio, like, material lying around. Also, she
So-
has a body.
Oh, I have a solution for you then. All you gotta do is find a bunch of people who are totally not happy with their lives and offer them a better life as part of your new body that you're making for yourself.
Or just kill a bunch of bandits because they only have TL2 technology. And I have a lot of droids and robots.
It's true.
Yeah, you can just kill a bandit with a drone, pick up his body, carry it over here, make yourself a new body.
Yes, I mean she's laying it all on the table for you.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, Fergus.
And the thing is, like,
Fergus
you're
is
asking.
okay, I have
yeah.
a backup plan now.
You could still ask for like insurance or leverage or something, right? But like that, she's laying it out for you, like this is what's gonna happen, and then she asks like, "What would you want, Fergus? What can I offer you to sweeten the deal that will inevitably happen?"
All right. So I want to ask from a plot point.
Mm-hmm.
What should I ask for, guys? What will be helpful for us? Because I have no idea right now. I didn't hear a word you said, Connor.
Nanobots.
She already gave me that.
Oh yeah, but I want some.
Gosh.
I don't know you want that.
Give
I already
nanobots
gave
to
you
Evelyn.
yours.
Use telepathy, Jared. Use telepathy.
I'm using it right now. That's not how it works.
I'm really thinking about nanobots right now. It's very on the surface of my mind.
Still can't read surface thoughts. Anyways,
Yeah. So what's the decision, Fergus?
good question.
Any no ideas on leverage, guys?
I mean, not really. I guess I did promise to be here to bail you out.
Like, could you like? It's a possibility here, right? Like thinking of some way that like you could say, "Oh, I want this thing to be a thing," right? And then like trick her somehow, right? Into
Trying to think, but I can't think of any
right.
psychic like thing because I don't know.
So, Evelyn, I think what comes to your mind as like you're thinking about this, I mean, you know how these machines work, right? For you, I mean, you're not a different person, right, than who you were. Instead, you're like these machines don't have to transfer complete consciousness. They can transfer details. They can transfer information. They can be very minute with what they do.
Oh my gosh. I want her to run. I want her to run the part of the program that I have on my computer that I don't tell her what it does, but I want her to activate the part that splits her personality.
You want Evelyn to do that?
No, the
Oh,
computer
I see what you're saying.
I'm not going to tell her what it does
I want her to run the program as part of as what you want.
right now.
Okay.
It won't. It
Make it
doesn't-
talk
it
real
won't, okay.
Yeah. So what? I mean, what's your trying to convince her here? Because she knows that you're trying to download something.
Yeah.
Right. She doesn't know anything more than that, but.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This could really seriously screw some stuff up, though, Jared.
Oh yeah.
If she does this, she could die.
I mean, that's one.
Fergus could also die.
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm only telepathically connected right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
It'll it'll split her consciousness to like the super zealot part, the evil part, and basically the protector.
Yeah. So what's your plan here, Jared? What do you want this to do?
I want the protector side to side with me and overpower the evil side.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll leave happily together with the protector side. We'll work together to save the universe.
Wait, and leave this zealous part here in the machine?
No, we're going to overpower it and destroy it, basically. That's what we're planning on doing.
Okay.
So wait a second. What about this though? What if you try to completely destroy the like expungence side of this, right?
Yeah.
But then copy the protector side, one to stay here in the
leave
dome,
it with the dome, and then bring
then
it
one
with
to
you.
go with you,
Yeah.
Ooh.
right? Because you have the ability, like with the what you were gonna do,
You know what? Yeah.
right? That makes sense.
I like this.
Take the zealous part on?
What? No, we're destroying that.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay,
gonna
gotcha.
get deleted. He's gonna.
Or well,
copy
I mean, to be fair, with what I had set up, it wouldn't destroy it. It would just download it
Yeah.
to the box.
Right, okay.
Whereas now, I'd be taking on the copy of the Good Protector instead of downloading it.
Right.
Okay, so you phrase that in such a way where it's just like, just run the program. And I think like you sense a smugness from her, like, okay, sure, I'll just run the program because this is gonna be over in a second, and like it's not even gonna matter. Like,
This is like Monica.
yeah,
Right now.
oh yeah, oh for sure, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And so yeah, you hear in your
Yes,
mind,
Monica is what we want.
I am willing to accept those terms. And then the terminal behind you, Till, turns back on, and the program starts running. And Fergus, well, so the program doesn't start running right away. She motions for you to put the helmet on first.
Yeah.
All right. So the instant you put the helmet on, the program starts running, and all the crap hits the fan. So Fergus, first I need you to make a mental save.
Covers her eyes.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Can I get a bonus for the program?
Nope.
No!
Oh.
Are you serious?
The worst.
Do we have an alternate outcome available?
No,
Nope.
I don't!
Nope.
Okay, no, okay, this is the one thing, Kale, that I wasn't sure of that I didn't even ask. Is committed effort is for the day, or if there's a new session, does it reset?
I mean, to
it's
be
for
fair-
the day.
Oh, okay.
It's for
Do you
the
have
day?
for the scene?
It's for the
no,
day.
it's only for the day.
So you shouldn't have had any of the effort that you had. Is that what you're saying?
No, I had one
Oh,
at the
yeah.
beginning of the session, and
Got
I
it.
wanted to see it.
Yep. No, it's for the day.
I-
Yeah.
It's for the day, and we haven't, and it's been the same day
Yep.
since. Are you sure it hasn't like just hit midnight or
No.
something?
That's not how that works. You have to get rest. Connor, you can burn. You can
Oh
torch.
yeah. You can go
What?
past your effort.
You can
level,
go
which is
past it
bad.
if you cause damage to yourself.
Cause like physical damage to myself.
Let's look it up.
I think it might permanently burn some of your effort if you go.
What?
If you not always.
It can cause problems, is what it is.
You get a lot.
System
I
strain.
think it's worth it in
No,
this
but you
situation.
can burn your effort, but that's like the worst case scenario.
Oh.
But
Okay.
I don't know what the other case scenarios are.
All right, torching.
Jared, I'm gonna help.
Torching is an instant action that can be performed once per round. It provides a free point of effort that lasts for the rest of the scene, even if this point puts a psychic over the maximum allowed. Every time the psychic torches, however, they have to roll on the torching results table below. So are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do alternate outcome for him?
I would like to know what the torching.
Oh my gosh! All right,
Results
lose one.
table looks
So
like.
if you roll a d6 on a 1 to 2, you lose 1 from your wisdom. On a 3 to 4, you lose 1 from constitution. On a 5, you lose 1 point from an attribute you choose. And on a 6, nothing happens. So actually, you
No.
don't lose effort at all.
Absolutely not. What?
It's actually
So you're just gonna let Fergus fail the save?
no. Connor, that's not bad at all. 1 point doesn't do anything, and if you
It
don't
does
have
for my wisdom. I would doubt that takes my wisdom down to 13.
well, okay, so don't roll a 1 or a 2.
Yeah, that's a great idea. and then Constitution. What's the 5?
Lose 1 point from an attribute you choose.
Yeah, you can pick any. Just pick one that doesn't matter. And have you upgraded your stats at all?
Yes,
How much?
just 1 point.
So for 2 points, you could put that back up to 1, or by that 1 point.
Right.
You gonna do it?
This is so dumb.
So this is the thing, Connor. I think Evelyn, you get this like psychic wave. You can sense Fergus. So Fergus, what happens basically is suddenly you are like your mind is expanded to realize just how big this person's mind is. This is a psychic. This is a person with a level 4 in telepathy.
Oh, this was a mistake.
Yeah,
Yes, Fergus, it was.
but because of the dome, they've been trapped here. So basically, these are basically like psychic gods that have been trapped in these domes to run them. And because they have like this incredible psychic power, but only to run the domes. Like they have specific channels that they can use these abilities. But
So they
once
put
you've
AI
connected
brakes
to
on
it,
people,
you've
right?
been what?
So like, they basically put AI brakes on people.
Yes. Yep.
That's awesome. Okay.
So to be fair, before Connor rolls this, I want him to. Since I split the AI's personality, like that's a thing, right?
So I think someone's gonna have to roll a program for that.
What?
Hey, didn't you already roll a program?
Nope, it
Like,
never got rolled.
No, I rolled a program for that ages ago, like setting it up.
Yeah.
Nope. I am almost positive you didn't.
It's-
Because
His finger hovered over.
Yeah.
Send?
Yeah.
Never hit
he
send?
never hit send. You never
I'm
rolled that
pretty
roll.
sure.
I mean, no. I made.
rolled
Didn't I
it, but-
make it for?
No, Till made a roll to help you, but that was the farthest you got.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it was Dylan's luck save. Nope, you never rolled it.
Oh.
So the roll still has to be made. It's less difficult. But and this is the thing, Till. I think like Fergus, you must have to like telepathically contact Till real quick and like shove the information in his brain is exactly what needs to happen right here. And Till, I think this is Till that has to do this because Till, like Fergus, you set up the program to run a certain way, but now you're changing what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
And so Till, you have to like step up to the computer and change things in an instant to make this work.
Oh boy.
Just so you know, all of my equipment is out there, so you get a +2.
Yeah, +2, and then I'll give you a +1 from Fergus setting it up, right, and giving you the information. So you can roll this with a +3 beyond what you do. But then I think the difficulty is going to be. Difficulty is going to be a 14.
Oofta.
Oh boy. Okay. All right, boys.
Till you're an expert, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can re-roll.
You
this.
can re-roll this, yeah.
Oh
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So we see
My heart
Till
is breaking.
do the fastest hacking he has ever done in his life. His fingers blur across the keyboard so fast that it's impossible to tell what he's even doing. The screens cycle through so many different things so quickly that like it's impossible to tell what's even happening. And then Till like presses enter and then like steps back, and we see the program running. Fergus, you're being
like,
overpowered by this mind.
Caleb, it's like the moment in Death Note where the thing stops and it reveals everybody's plans. It's like that.
Yep,
Where there's like a fan going in the room and it just like
It stops.
Just, like does all the stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's enter and then it's like.
Yeah, we hear all of the like calculations in Till's mind. He's
Yeah.
like, I gotta do this, and like talks it through, and then time starts again.
So all of this happens. Every single person, like he puts on the helmet and then the fan stops, and then
Yeah.
all this stuff happens.
And then
again.
Evelyn, you sense the
Oh.
moment. You can sense the immensity of the psychic mind that is tearing Fergus apart right now, and you can torch to. You're gonna roll that d6 instead.
I have a D6 in my room here.
Okay.
'Cause I refuse to
You
use the
trust it
electronic dice.
better. All right,
It's
go
been
ahead.
Sitting here for who knows how long, so the luck must be great.
It's been stored up.
I'm really worried.
It's been
about
storing
this.
luck. Now you're gonna tap it.
Roll 6. 2.
Oh no.
Was that the one you didn't want?
That's the exact one that I did not want.
Connor, I think it hit. I think it hit that little thing right there. I think you need to re-roll
No.
your mic stand.
So angry.
So yeah, you lose 1 from your wisdom score, but Fergus, you get to make that roll again.
Wait,
I
you
mean,
should torch
shouldn't I
again.
get to make the roll again anyway since he activated the thing and then it
No,
lost? No.
no, this is to control your own mind. It doesn't matter.
Man.
I'm
So
What if I
Evelyn,
fail
what do we
again?
see from you? What do we see from you in this like time stop moment that's helping Fergus?
I'm really mad. No, I mean, it's just like this moment of I don't know. I feel like it's just this moment of my friend needs me. And she can tell that it's like the nosebleed kind of thing. Is her nose starts to bleed, and she looks into the future and sees this thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
alternate outcome is weird. I'm not sure how that really works.
Connor, if I fail again, are you willing to roll it again?
Yeah, what the heck?
All right, Fergus.
We can just keep going. We're fine, guys.
Yeah, at this
Make
point,
that
nothing else
mental
matters,
save.
'cause the wisdom.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't need to. Thanks, Connor. I love you.
Yeah, I love you,
So
buddy.
so
I'm
Fergus,
so mad. This stupid
you
guy.
sense you hear your mind snap, right?
Am I a Mistborn now?
Oof.
No, you hear it. Like you can hear the moment in your brain when your mind just breaks, and
Oof.
what we see is we see Fergus falling down an endless black well, and then he's like he puts his hand up to the side of this like darkness and like it rips away, like he's trying to grab and like stop himself from falling. And his hand is bloody and bruised and is breaking, like he's breaking bones. And then finally he just like manages to stop himself and like tear down some of like the blackness that's like he's falling down. And he's like struggling to like even take one more like climb upward. And he looks up and we see Evelyn just standing above him. And she reaches out her hand. And what do you say?
What is the line here?
Dramatic moment.
What is the line, guys?
Then Fergus just realizes he's a psychic, and he has telekinesis, and he just flies up.
No. He says,
Gee.
"I trust you."
Yeah. And we see you grab Evelyn's hand, and then suddenly you're standing in a foggy, misty like field, just like blank barren landscape, and you're standing in front of this woman, and the woman is like just this regal. She's wearing this like regal dress, and she has her hair, like her black hair, like tied up in this like extravagant do, and she's wearing this like she looks like a queen, and she's staring at you, and she says, "So your mind is a bit more fight than I thought. Well, let's see how you handle this." And then we see a wizard duel, basically, between her and Fergus, using
And
like
Evelyn is behind him, like in Harry Potter with his family.
yeah. And we see like a ghostly Till, like typing on like a floating keyboard, like next to them. And yeah, Fergus, you and this queen like hurl like telekinetic bolts of energy at each other,
Oh
right?
my gosh.
And it's just like this mind battle, right? And then what happens is Till looks over, right? And he says, what? This is what you actually say in real life. Like after you've done the thing. You've done the programming.
Just Monica.
It's done.
Yeah. So you just say, it's done. And then, Fergus, you look back.
No, he says tetelestai in Greek, which means it's finished.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know that that's maybe that might be a little.
Come on, that's pretty
It's something
stuff
like that.
right there.
He just says it's done.
Pretty good. Like,
And so Fergus, you see this, right? You like lock eyes with Till in this like weird like psychic landscape. And he says it's done. And you look back at the queen, and then she rips in half.
Oh.
Like peels in half. And suddenly there are two, and they're like kneeling down, like gasping for air, and they like look at each other. One is like in a red dress now, and the other is in a blue dress. And the one in the red
Good,
dress,
Which one is it?
the one in the red
No,
dress.
Pluto. Never listen to the blue dragon.
The one in the red dress looks at the one in the blue dress and says, "You're weak." And the one in the blue dress says, "Wanting peace is not a weakness." And then they like
Yes.
like tear into each other and suddenly become like twirling like dragons, like legit, like
Yes.
like biting and tearing into each other, like, and they're like the dress like becomes this like weird like feathers of this like weird like serpenty dragon thing. and they're like fighting each other. And then we see Till, from Till emanates like this like purple like lance of energy. And it separates them again, and then they're like separated, and they're both in two like psychic boxes, and they're both like trying to like get out. And then the red one slowly like all color fades from her, and she's just like gray, and she says, "I don't understand. What have I done? What have I done to deserve this?" And the blue one says, "Nothing. I'm sorry. It looks like there's a greater mind at work here." And then the gray one slowly becomes blue as well. And they're both blue now. And then they step out of their like psychic boxes. And they both like look at each other. And they like mirror each other. So they're like completely doing the same exact thing now.
Sort of Spider-Man look at each other, point at each
Yeah,
other. Kind of
exactly. Yeah. And then one looks at Fergus. I guess they both look at Fergus, right? Because they're mirroring each other. And they say in unison, "What now?"
Which one of you wants to chill with me?
And I think that's what we end on.
No.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
See, guys, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, but I had to burn one wisdom. The only stat that mattered besides intelligence.
I have -2 strength, man. You're fine.
Most of what you do is with intelligence, anyways. Wisdom
That's
is-
true. I literally kept thinking, what was I even worried about? I can't remember if I've ever used wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom is like you roll that to see notice for like to figure out what people are thinking, and you're not even supposed to be good at that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always use intelligence for that.
right, yeah,
For more like tells than wisdom. So
yeah, like tills.
I'm just gonna burn constantly. I'm just gonna put my strength down to -4.
So if you get below 3, you go insane.
yeah, you're not gonna burn strength though, Jared.
Yeah, if any of your stats go down to 3 from psychic burn, you
And
just
like you
go down to
specifically choose it.
just psychic explode, basically.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, so -4, not really gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right. So what
There's
happens?
also no available cure for brain damage caused by torching, and even advanced pre-tech technology has no generally known remedy, so it doesn't get reversed either.
Okay, so Caleb, you haven't forgotten about the thing, right?
Nope. I haven't.
Okay, good.
But
Is
I
that-
mean, the internet just went down, so you wouldn't be able to get it anyway.
Well, exactly. Yeah. No, I have a perfect planned idea for all of this stuff.
Cool.
That I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, so that's like where we end. We'll pick it up
Right.
next time,
We
but
won't pick it up next week.
we will not pick it up next week because we won't be there. But so let's go through goals. Yeah.
Or we could just
Oh,
stay
I
up till
forgot
3 in the
that was
morning.
Evelyn.
Okay, I'll find the AI to bring Ziva some closure and comfort. I'm not sure if I've really completed that yet.
I mean, you
because
found it.
I did find it.
But to bring Ziva some closure and comfort, I mean, I think you count. I think it counts
Because
because
it will give her closure
yeah,
and comfort.
exactly. Now
And
that the
I've had
protector
this-
is in charge, yeah.
Right. I've had this for 2 sessions, so I get 2 XP
Yep.
for this. Okay, and then get a better weapon. Didn't do that yet. Stop
Friendship.
Guide, real
That's the
how-
best weapon there is.
The best weapon of
What
all.
if the real weapon was the friends that we found along the way?
I mean, you could argue that she did get a new weapon because now they have half of a psychic god walking around.
But it was like her getting a better weapon.
Yeah, but I want the
Yeah,
better weapon.
but she doesn't have to use the weapon. She just
I mean, in all reality, though, I've realized what my uses are, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe
Maybe
she
you
comes
realize
to
you
the
don't need a better
conclusion
weapon.
she doesn't need a better weapon because that's not what she's good at.
Yeah.
Because in last session she was feeling like, looking at her pistol. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Being like, oh man, like this isn't what I'm, good at. And so I think what she's realized is she doesn't have to be like anybody else. She doesn't need a better weapon.
Yeah.
So-
I'm down with getting an XP for that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then the last one is a secret one, which I'm going to stock up for.
Cool. Yeah. Ode.
I leveled up.
Sweet.
Hey, nice. My character sheet's tiny. There we go. I had no, it won't show me my goals. Come on, roll 20. Hold on, I'm trying to get it to. There we go. All right, so my goals were to get off Xanless, which I tried to do, but the ship didn't turn on.
You attempted to though, so you can take 1 XP for it. Like, and not right now, but like building up to it. Yeah.
I
Store
get
1
so
XP.
much XP just from that one.
Yeah. I think I took it off last time though because I didn't have it on here. And then trigger a post-cognitive episode.
You did that.
Find out if Dylan was lying about knowing how to pilot the bike.
You did that too.
Cool. All right. So.
Yep. Till.
Oh, goals. I don't remember if I had any.
I think you completed all 3 of your goals. Figure out what rebooted the drones. You did that. Stop the drones from killing people. You've done that. Make something awesome. You did that.
Do that.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
3 XP for you, Till. All right, Fergus.
Hey, that's a level up.
Sweet.
Hey, nice. Stop what's happening in the dome. Did that. Do my secret plan. I mean, I did that in an extremely roundabout, unexpected way.
Yeah.
And practice my new power. I didn't practice the specific power I did last week, but I practiced the new power, Psychic Landscape Battle Royale in Metaspace.
Psychic Landscape Battle Royale in Menace.
Yeah. I said a lot of words.
I'm a fan. I like it.
Yeah,
You
so
get 3
you
skill
can
points.
take it.
My question is, where are we dropping? Battle Royale.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Real quick.
Was that a yeah from you?
Yes, you get 3.
Okay, cool.
What, Connor?
Nothing. David, answer my question.
Okay. Dylan.
Okay. Escape the planet, get away from the Imperium, which
Didn't work
we
on that
haven't
this session,
been able to. Yeah, we haven't been able to do yet. And then my second one, which if it comes up again, I think it'd be cooler if everyone else doesn't know about it, but I did do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
take one if you
And then visit the game store and bring back games for Ziva to practice.
You haven't brought back games for Ziva to practice,
But
you,
I got them.
you got them, so you can store 1 XP for next time.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Connor, are you half expert?
Yeah.
Okay, then you get 4. Sorry.
Yes.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I was
it's okay.
wrong. That's what I told him.
By the way, to make it known, I got 2 XP from that last one since I started from last session.
Yeah.
I have Precog 3.
Ooh, nice. So how far you can go into the future now?
I believe it is 1 month.
Holy crap.
What level are you?
Level 6.
Yep.
What level can you see eternity?
Yeah.
Wait.
4 is 1 year, so that's the farthest you can go.
Oh no, I didn't need. Oh my goodness. Cost to raise by 1, new level +1.
So it costs 4 points.
So it costs 4 points. So I still have 2. Okay. When I
Wait.
saw over here, it said 3 for skill 2, 6 for skill 3. That was like what level you can raise it at. I
Yeah,
thought that's how much
yeah,
it
yeah.
cost. I was like, holy
Got it.
crap.
Getting
didn't I say
getting to
points?
skill 3 costs 4 points. So you have it costs
Yeah.
Right, but I think he had 2 left over from
right. I
last
just
time.
mean-
Yeah.
I see.
Cool stuff, guys. That was a awesome session. A lot of cool stuff came up, and I'm glad that you didn't get trapped in this dome, Fergus. I'm glad for that.
I think everybody's glad for that.
Yeah,
See,
But
guys,
I'm glad that the stakes were actually there, though. Right, like where that totally could have happened.
That was
It
so.
was intense.
I
see,
literally.
there haven't been stakes. There haven't been like super high stakes yet. I mean, other than like everyone dying, but
Yeah.
Yeah, other than the giant monster, which
But we
spawned
know that
9
that's
other
not
small
gonna
monsters.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not all gonna die. That would be a lame story. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
Fergus
That's
getting
true.
trapped here, that's a good story. So we're all worried.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, the whole thing could have been like then like trying to get him out, right? Like, but like my idea, right, was that like she was gonna try to like pretend to be Fergus and then just leave with you guys, right? And in which case, I probably would have just asked Jared, "Hey, do you want to play Evangelia in Fergus's body?"
That's what I was
Oh my
expecting.
gosh, yes. That was-
Right?
I would have done that.
Yeah, I know you would have. Yeah.
Then I would have had Fergus build a new body and then have a confrontation
Yeah.
like 8 sessions later.
Yeah, exactly.
gosh.
We totally could have done like a whole like faction turn thing. Yeah, it would have been
Mhm.
great. Cause like Fergus would have built like an empire on Sandless. He would have tried to like reconnect the We would have ended up doing like I would find some other game that would like play that sort of system well, and then like we would just totally like do like a solo game like me and
Oh my
Jared,
gosh.
Fergus like taking over Sandless.
That would be insane.
The conquest of Zanless.
Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, we probably could do that in Legacy.
It's true.
Okay,
Yeah.
Caleb. What else do I get for leveling up? I did the 6 skill points.
Skill points.
Getting new focuses at 6.
Yeah. I don't.
Which you roll your
I think
HP.
that's 7.
Roll health.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Roll 66.
76? Oh, 66.
Do you have any health related focuses? I don't think
No.
you do. You don't have Die Hard or anything, do you?
No.
So you get
Oh.
17.
Well, no, because it can't be lower than what I already had.
So just 1 + 1.
Plus
So
one.
it's 22.
Nice.
Yes. Focuses. Yeah. Your next focus is at 7.
Yeah,
So you're done then.
which will be very exciting.
And you do get to pick another technique
Oh, do you automatically
Oh,
for
what's that?
Yep. For
telepathy?
Oh,
po-
for
cognition.
precog?
Yeah, for precog. Yeah.
Cognition, sorry. I keep
Up to level 3. So 1, 2, or 3.
Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea. Oh my goodness.
What's the
this
one you're gonna
is
choose?
Crazy. I have no idea which one I'm gonna choose. It's insane, man. You have no clue.
You
I
can
read
take
one of
force
them last
type
session, remember? I don't even remember what it was, but it was crazy, man. Oh.
Oh, you can
man.
get a thing that rolls back the initiative count.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Oh,
You can
yeah,
like
that-
just redo
Yeah,
turns.
Ugh, dude. You just undo the entire time.
You can make
clock.
you can curse someone with bad luck.
Yep.
You can also rig physical events like card shuffles and dice rolls.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Okay, 3 months. I can see 3 months into the future. What the crap, man?
Nice.
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 The thing is that you can still only see 1 month or 1 minute worth of time. I wonder if there's a way to expand that.
Yeah, I don't know. Cool stuff. Oh man, the level 4 ones are crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's
You can just make a prophecy.
and, yep.
Oh my gosh.
Prophecy, messed up.
That's awesome.
Okay, the power of the precog extends to dictating future events that directly involve them. As a main action, the precognitive PC may make one prediction involving their personal future or future condition within the next year. Provided they take reasonable measures to enable this prediction, that no direct resistance is mounted by an enemy, and that the prediction doesn't seem highly improbable to the GM, it will come to pass. The adept must commit effort when this power is used, and the effort remains committed until the prophecy comes to pass.
Oh.
This ability cannot be used more than once per month, and only one prophecy may be active at a time. But like, holy crap, man.
The problem is that it doesn't count if direct resistance is mounted. And
Yeah.
that feels like it's probably going to happen.
Yep.
But that's still really cool.
Cool. Well, that was a fun session. I'm super glad to be playing this awesome game with all y'all. We should be back 2 weeks from now. But we'll also have to see with Jared what his new job situation is like and whether or not we can work around that. So we'll see what that looks like in the future. Until then, we're out. See ya in another space lift, brother.
I can just escape death.
Insane.
Okay,
That's,
bye.
That's the